We won't even rewatch after this.
Texting. 857-019 Mayday. Hey, welcome back to the Mid-Sac.
SOS?
It is a sweltering. What the hell's the temperature right now? Anybody know?
It's like 82.
It is
83.
seriously.
I think it's like between the cheeks, under the balls.
It is, according to this,
Between the
it's
cheeks, under the
77
balls.
degrees. I don't buy that.
No,
It's hotter than
It's
that.
between the cheeks, under the balls. That's what it feels like right now.
It's taint heat.
Right. It's just like it's just moist. It's hot. It's
Taint heat.
It's like you just finished playing outside. And
So it's swass?
yeah, it's just
Sweaty ass?
ugh.
It's
terrible.
swamp ass.
Swamp ass.
Swamp
It's
ass.
just
Yeah. So anyway,
it's
there's
swamp
our
ass.
intro, America. Swamp ass.
Swamp
You
ass
decide.
and
trying to make
cotton
sure
drawers.
Joel's in the picture.
I am the highly questionable one, Audrey Matcho. The redoubtable one is back, Tom Izzo. The fixture, Joe Russell in the hizzy. Segment 1. Hey, NBA Summer League has drawn some fans and some attention. Look, they are playing or rolling these games live on ESPN like it's fucking the first regular season. Which begs a question that Tommy asked, and I thought it was a fair one.
I can ask it.
Can you ask it?
Yes, I can.
If I can remember
If I
it.
remember it.
What does it all mean? Or why, is it
hang on.
important?
If I can remember it, I will
So I
ask it.
said,
Why don't the Mets get to play in summer league?
so how much of an impact, how relevant is the summer league and the performances in the summer league? Because we've seen some young guys have nice games.
Yeah.
Some of the first-round draft
Wemby
picks.
had a nice game.
The kid from
Miller from Alabama.
Yeah, him had a
couple nice
26.
games.
Yeah, he looks good.
But
The
question
return to your point of Chet Holmgren today
Chet Holmgren.
has 2 good games.
Chet Holmgren
But the
has
question
destroyed
I
summer
asked-
league and will be the rookie of the year. And
Okay, he's
OKC is
making a
going to make the
call.
playoffs.
They made it this year, so that's
They were-
not-
They're going to make it like a 6 seed and up.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
They're not going
they
to play in.
So the question I asked was like, what does this really mean? If somebody's tearing up the summer league, does that have any bearing on the regular season?
Yes,
We just said Chet
Yeah, it
Holmgren's
does.
If he's
I'll
the rookie
tell you,
of the
look,
year,
I was saying what the question was.
The question is, does it have any bearing on the regular season? Really? That's your question. Or any validity to this? Does ESPN just have nothing to do when they're filling it with something? 'Cause
Right? Is it just?
Yeah.
It's
I like
yeah.
summer league.
I've
I'll
watched
tell you
a
what,
bunch
bunch of summer league this year.
Jalen Brunson.
before this year.
Jalen Brunson,
Yeah.
when he got drafted, he played the whole summer league, and he made it. Look, Dallas, like,
The kid
was
from
encouraged.
Detroit's good.
The kid from Detroit, yeah. I'll tell you, what, it does have bearing because honestly,
Is there
especially when these kids
Thompson,
are
I think?
younger. Because here's the thing about these 18, 19-year-old kids. The guys in that summer league aren't all 18 and 19. A lot of them are 23, 24. They're trying to make a roster. They're
Yeah.
older. They're men.
yeah.
They're getting them experience right away against older guys that are in the league or been in the league trying to get back in the league. All that
So
shit.
what is the requirements or the limitations of playing in the summer league? Who can play?
Like whoever
Anybody on the
they-
roster?
whoever they
technically
want.
can
Anybody
play.
can play.
Yeah, the veterans never do.
Okay.
But unless they're coming off an injury and they want to get back out and get back in shape.
It's a guy.
that has
That's,
happened.
it's a guy that's been in Europe that they're trying to bring over. It's a G League guy. It's an undrafted player. It's a free agent out there.
Well, I saw one guy.
It's one beyond mama.
I'm not sure who
That
it
dude.
was, but I think he either didn't have a great first year,
Mm-hmm.
and he was in his second year, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm going to play because my first year wasn't perfect, so why not?"
yeah.
Why
well,
not
he
keep
probably went
playing?
back.
Like-
Maybe he was in G League, came back. I mean, who knows, right?
No, he played last year in the NBA.
Oh, did he? Did
but
he?
I
Okay.
can't remember who it was. But the team didn't have a good
Well,
season.
Is
so
this
he's
the
like,
second year that Chet Holmgren has played in summer league?
He got hurt in it last
Yeah,
year, right?
right.
Yeah.
Another thing, like, is it relevant? Like, great, my
Yeah, they lost
number
him.
2
But-
overall
But
pick.
I like that guy's mentality. I need to look it up who that was. But the fact that he was like, yeah,
Do you remember what team he was on?
No, but they didn't play well last year.
So he was a
they
summer
in the
league.
playoffs?
He's a summer league
No,
vet.
Okay.
no, they didn't
So
make
one
it.
team didn't make it.
Right, and he's like, why shouldn't I keep playing? Like, we need to be better, basically saying. You know?
That's actually a good answer.
That's what I mean.
That's a
like,
very
he was
good
like,
answer.
He was like, yeah, I'm in year 2, but I don't care if I'm not a rookie. Like,
Yeah.
our season wasn't great last year. So,
The reason I like to watch it, I like to watch like certain players. Like the guy who I thought would be really good in summer league was the kid from UConn, Hawkins, and I've been watching for him
Yeah.
and thinking like, okay, like is he good? But I haven't seen a game where he's played well.
No.
where did
No.
he go again?
He was missing free throws the other night. I was like, this guy, what the hell?
Where did he go?
Who drafted him?
I don't remember. I know I was watching Phoenix, but I can't remember who Phoenix was playing.
It was the other night?
Yeah.
Hold on, they have the summer league scores here.
Let's just look who drafted Hawkins. I remember thinking it was a good pick, and I just can't remember who drafted Hawkins. But I thought he would do well.
Where is the draft?
And then the highest picks, they're already out. Like
Hawkins is his
they've already
name?
pulled. Yeah.
Hendricks.
Who drafted Larry Hawkins?
Oh, I'm looking.
His name's Larry?
Curly? No.
I don't think it's Larry.
I think you don't know who Larry Hawkins is.
It's not the guy that was on you.
Was he drafted in the first round?
What I meant was Jordan Hawkins,
Thank you.
also
Appreciate that.
AKA Larry,
Jordan Larry Hawkins.
Larry the Assassin.
Well, he wasn't
Not
drafted.
Bird.
He was drafted in the first.
Think about
round.
this. The guy's name is Jordan Hawkins. I thought.
Here he is. Yeah,
I thought it was Larry.
He was drafted 14th by the Pelicans.
And his last name is a bird. And he plays on a team with a bird, Larry Bird. See how I got to Larry?
Anyway, Jordan Hawkins. Yeah, he's playing for the Pelicans. He was drafted 14th. You've seen how many games? 2, 3 with him?
Yeah.
Okay, and he hasn't looked good yet?
No, I haven't seen a game of good. That doesn't mean he's not doing
Oh, so
well.
you've actually watched him play and it wasn't good.
Yeah,
I just thought you
like-
hadn't seen him.
No, I thought he would do well. Like I said, last time I saw him play, he was missing.
I mean,
he was missing free throws. So.
This has been a trend really since the one and done rule. When this summer league, because they wanted these guys that are coming out 18, 19, they want them playing right away against older guys, get them ready.
Yeah.
It's to them, it's like because they're playing a college season. That ain't they're not used to an 82 game schedule. So getting them out there earlier and often, getting them conditioned to play that, and against older guys, getting them ready is a good thing. So to me, there is relevance.
Toronto got one.
The guy who won Rookie of the Year was the kid from Banchero from Orlando. He played in the summer league last year.
Yes.
So I think it does have relevance.
Well, the guy that's going to win Rookie of the Year this year, Chet Holmgren, he's playing in the summer league.
That's a big statement.
I know.
There's no way he won't.
If
be
he's
Rookie of the
healthy,
Year.
Wemby?
he'll get it over Wemby.
Why?
What do you mean?
Did
why?
you see Wemby's second game?
Dude, he's got mid-range game. That
Wemby's
dude.
second game. He
Did
had
you
27,
have you seen
25.
Holmgren? Holmgren's has like
Holmgren
5 blocks
has-
a game.
This guy's the
He's
same.
putting in points. He's
This guy's
dunking. He's
bigger than-
catching alley oops.
I'm not knocking Holmgren.
Like, Jesus
I think
Christ,
if
what
Holmgren can
else
stay
does he have to
healthy,
do?
listen, I'm not knocking him. But the key we're talking about here is something along the
Right.
same lines of generational talent.
Right.
Yeah,
The way
but
they've
he's
been
not
talking
playing in summer league the way Holmgren is. Holmgren is.
Dude, he played one game. He's so
destroying
valuable, they said no.
Yeah. They
You're
sat
gonna-
him down. Holmgren's going to play the entire summer league.
Well, he played 2 games. His first game he had like 6 points or
He had
something.
9 points, 8 rebounds, and 5
The
blocks.
second game, he said, "Oh,
And 3
okay.
assists.
Second game he
I
woke
can
up.
do
Yeah,
this.
okay, but yeah.
The point is,
But I'm
he
saying-
responded.
The
That's
reason
a good sign.
the reason I'm saying Chet Holmgren was the Rookie of the Year is he did it from game 1. He came in on fire. You could tell like
I'm
body
not saying
wise and
he's
everything
not
else.
going Rookie of the Year. I'm saying he's a legit candidate to do it. But he's not alone.
There's a lot of guys.
There's a lot of good players.
Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller looks
I
good.
would take. I would take.
Where did Miller go again?
He went to Charlotte. He was Charlotte's
He
friend.
could totally
Michael
get
Jordan
Rookie of the
picked him
I
second.
would
26 points and yeah.
I would take him over the field. I would take Chet Holmgren over the field.
Okay, take him over.
I'll take that bet.
Yeah, I would.
I mean, I'm not saying he won't win it. He's one of the favorites, but there are other guys that legitimately have the same.
There's always other guys, but
Nah, listen. Look at. I'm talking. These aren't just other guys.
just because
These guys are good.
Wembanyama is not going to be good his first. It's going to be. Remember Kobe's first year in the pros? It
This
wasn't
is
like.
Chet Holmgren's first year.
No, it's not. It's technically his second year.
He didn't. He got hurt in the
didn't
summer
play.
league.
Yeah, but he had. Look, if you look at it, he came back. He made the most of his time.
Oh, he played last year.
He never played.
No, he didn't play in the NBA. He got hurt in
Yeah,
summer
he never
league.
had.
Right, so-
he never
Right,
had.
what
a
I'm
rookie
saying
year.
is like once he healed up, he made most of the rest of his time. He came in on fire
When?
he only played
for
3
this summer league.
Oh, he came in on fire in the summer league.
This summer league.
Wembanyama had never played in a summer league game. In his second one, he was the best player in the summer league.
He was.
No, not in his second
That's
one.
actually true.
Yes, he
27
was.
Yes,
is
no.
on
There's
five.
so many other players have so many better numbers, better everything than Wembanyama.
Oh no,
When
you should
did-
have seen some of the highlights from that game.
Well, no, I
He
saw
was
the
hitting
highlights.
fadeaways from the top of the
I
key.
just told you that like nobody has better highlights in summer league than Chet does right now.
Let me see. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Take a look. I'm not saying you're wrong.
I also just looked it up. NBA Summer League. Guess how long it's been around?
17 years.
He says 17 years. So that would put it in what year?
18.
What?
Oh, when it started?
Yeah.
2006.
If that's
17.
Are you trying to do the
That's
math?
17 years.
Yeah.
'Cause
Why didn't you just ask us what year
It's
it started?
2023, so yeah, that's 17 years. It would be if he's right.
2002.
Not far off.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good guess. But anyway, yeah. So I think it is very relevant to your answer your question, and we see more and more of the top picks playing in it, and there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is because they're young and they got to get them out there and get them, and they're used to playing half of the season. You know, except I don't know how many games the guys in Europe play. They don't play 82 over there either. But the thing is, they got to get them used to that grind, and playing against guys that are 23, 24, 25 already.
So-
So I think it's a
So
good
who
thing.
who are you taking rookie of the year? Who's your? This is who I would pick.
I mean, I just say Wemby because
You know him.
I know him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
it could be
cool.
Brandon Miller.
The way too early pick here.
Not way too early. I mean, shit. You're
I
making a
would-
good call based on what you've seen.
I would lean, because again, the one thing you don't know the elephant in the room, because Chet Holmgren could have won it last year. He wasn't healthy.
Yeah. What if Wemby?
So, I
gets-
mean,
have you
I don't
seen-
know.
Have you seen Wemby's legs?
Oh yeah, Chet
Yeah.
Holmgren's the
It's
same.
the same.
Not as much as he used to be.
Dude, they show pictures say, "Oh, Chet Holmgren put weight on." He's still skinny as fuck.
No, he is. But so is Kevin Durant.
Right, but you just
Health-
said Wemby's too skinny.
Health aside,
Wemby is. It's like he's like
I would lean towards Wemby.
you can't take health out of it. You got to pick with health in it.
Wemby.
Okay.
Chet Holmgren just missed the whole season.
Yeah, I wouldn't. He's
Wanna
not
talk
right
about health?
there.
But Wembanyama's nice, fresh. They're gonna. It's like a.
However,
He is not a big dude.
No, but he is
7'3".
Yeah, but did you see here how this changed?
He'll never
Yeah.
twist his ankle.
Because it was 7'5".
7 was.
Was it 7'5"?
America-
Everybody was saying 7'5", and now everybody's saying he measured 7'3" and 5/8".
That's 7'4", in essence.
He's fucking 7'5".
With shoes on, he's 7'5".
If he actually with his afro, he's 7'6".
He's probably even taller than that.
Might be 7'8".
Yeah.
All right,
But
so
I think
Summer League-
I think your pick
What a rush.
is an excellent choice, and I could see him.
course.
I could see him winning it. I just think Wembanyama for two reasons. One, he doesn't have the supporting cast around him that Holmgren has, so he's going to probably put up better numbers. Because Holmgren has the All-NBA first team guy on his
He's got
roster.
SGA.
That dude's nasty.
Right.
He's filthy.
Who
31
else is
points a
on that-
game.
who else is on that
Giddey.
team?
That kid, that shoe guard Giddey, the white kid, he's like 6'7", he shoots really good. He's 17 a game.
Giddey?
Giddey, G-I-D-D.
Josh.
Josh Giddey.
Giddey, yeah.
He's good. He can play.
He's a
And
good
Harrison, what's the kid?
They have to. They have
got
to have
talent.
They
They make
have
the
to have.
playoffs.
They have nothing but first round picks.
I'm saying, but
And
they made
the playoffs.
They won 40 games
with-
without this kid. So
while
I'm saying,
still taking on people's
I'm saying
bad contracts,
the reason
picking
this
up
is why I'm
picks.
leaning toward. I'm not saying Homer won't have a really good
He's
year.
not going to be the best player on that
That's
team.
what I'm saying. This guy's going to be the best.
No,
player on
well,
this
wait a minute. Holmgren has a chance to be the best player on that team.
You think so?
Over the other guy,
SGA is really good.
dude,
like,
he's filthy.
He's great. Like
He's
the
filthy.
Clippers shouldn't have let him go.
No, they should not have let him go. That was such a monumental.
It's a good thing they have Paul George.
Oh my God,
Oh, 30
Josh
games
Giddey.
later, season over. Paul George.
that kid is.
That's a good question.
I'm just saying that I think will hurt Homer. Not
Yeah.
that he couldn't still win, because he could. But with Wemby, he's definitely the best player on that team. There's
Yeah,
nobody else. It's
But
him.
is
you're right.
but,
Looking
but
at
is
their
Popovich
roster-
going to let him do that? No.
Looking at their roster, I guess he does have a shot. I don't know,
he does have a shot, but I'm
he's
saying
tiny, dude, man.
he does have a shot.
Who's tiny?
You talking about Wemby being tiny? Dear God.
He's a stick.
They're both tiny. That's when he
Wemby's
was
bigger
drafted.
than
That's
this.
not now.
The thickest thing on him is his hair.
Without a doubt.
His hair is like.
You're going to talk shit about Wemby and then say Chet Holmgren's going to win.
Chet Holmgren.
All right, that's the funniest flex ever. Go back to the flex. That's hysterical.
No muscles.
Look at that. See, they're not there at all. Look at that.
Who is that?
That's your boy.
That's your boy.
Oh God, that's awful. But then he's in college. I'm telling you, this
He
year,
doesn't look any different.
this year's Chet Holmgren's year.
Yeah, he's definitely bulked up.
This is his year.
Dude, he's put on 3 pounds since he came into the league.
Okay,
He gained a quick
He's-
3 with hair gel.
he's probably still a bantamweight, but that's okay. Like,
Calling him a bantamweight is an
Is
insult to the
bantam below
bantamweight.
feather? Because
Feather.
oh, feather's the low.
Feather
Okay,
is-
call him a
He's a
featherweight.
He's a
Call him a
featherweight.
featherweight.
Feather is hell.
Yeah.
So
Light as a
He's a
feather.
featherweight.
a 7 foot,
Look at
7'3".
that beast going to the hole against you.
He's got more on him
Look
than
at them.
Wemby
Dude,
does.
Dude, look
what
at
is
those
it? What is his
guns.
position?
He's got
I
way.
hope it's center.
He's got
You
way
hope
more.
it's center.
Yeah.
I hope for his sake. I hope it's not.
I'll tell you why, because there aren't a lot of centers out there that can beat him up. It's a small ball.
Yeah, but you put a guy that's 6'10" and thick on him.
Anybody
are
thick
you
is going
talking-
to hurt him. He's
What?
a stick.
6'10" and thick. They're not. He's still blocking their shot.
6'10".
No, I'm talking about them D'ing him up. Is he like sick
He
with
can
the
shoot.
offense?
I got
He
news
can
for you. He
shoot.
made a move
He
on
can
Steph
shoot.
Curry. Did you
Did
see
he?
this?
Yeah.
He broke Steph Curry's ankle
When? In-
off the dribble in a pickup scrimmage
He's
game.
really nice.
It's on video.
See,
He
I-
fucking
I'm telling
broke
you,
it.
know
he
anything
He came
about
up
this
on
kid.
Curry.
He's
Now
very
Curry
nice.
admittedly doesn't play any defense.
No, I mean,
But
Was-
still,
was
he's
Curry-
a guard.
was Curry
He's
back
a quick
to him?
guard. No, he was in front of him, and he
I'm
tried
saying
to
he's like-
reach.
he might have been in
no,
front of
dude,
him like this.
Holmgren did this. Holmgren went 1-2 through the legs to the left. He took one step that way. He went for the swoop and go, and Holmgren went behind his back, left him, and went in and dunked it with 2 hands. Curry turned around like, what the fuck just happened? And the guy took off, fucking flushed it with 2 hands, because then he fell down on his ass because he doesn't know how to land.
It was like the Gary Payton white chocolate crossover. You seen that?
No.
Where Jason Williams is coming down on a fast break and he gives
Yes.
Gary Payton like a hesitation.
Yes.
And Gary Payton frozen and he goes right to the hole.
Jason Williams
I mean,
was
if we,
nasty.
Great ball handling.
Yes.
so he's Holmgren's playing.
You know, he
for-
played on the same AAU basketball
Randy
team as
Moss?
Randy Moss.
I know they're crazy.
Could you
That
imagine
was
that?
in West Virginia, right?
Yeah.
They're on the same high school team.
Yeah.
High school team.
Same high school
Yeah,
team.
crazy.
Is that not what you said?
He said
No,
AAU team.
AAU team, same high school.
Which they
team.
probably did that too.
Yeah.
But I mean, but
They-
the thing
I
is-
remember there's videos of like alley oops.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, Randy was sick.
And they had another guy that was
but
like a pro player
he
that
was-
was hung up around all the time. Bobby. He went to Notre Dame and then he played for the Bears.
Football.
Bobby Howard.
Oh, Bobby Howard.
Yeah, and the guy that didn't make it out of that group was the one that his dad coached all the time, Chris something.
Chris Hunt.
Yeah.
Chris something.
They
Is that
did-
Italian something?
Yes, it's no, it's on a documentary. It's on
Scotch for me.
the 30 for 30 on Randy
Yeah,
Moss.
definitely Eastern European.
Yes, I think so. Well, Bolshevik. But Bolaris.
Something.
Something.
My name is Tommy Something.
Something. Can you guess the accent? I bet not. Anyway, moving on. So, the other thing about the NBA going on, so we agree.
Something. It's
We agree that
Check.
at least we think that there is definitely relevance to the summer league. Hopefully
What do you
that
think,
convinced
Tommy?
you. In terms of these
About
guys
relevance?
playing,
Yeah.
about the why they're playing.
I
No,
feel like
I
you
mean-
might think it's not.
Yeah.
No, so I'm going to trust what y'all are saying.
Well, the Miami Heat are a
And
prime
I mean,
example.
You both make good points about it.
We didn't even
so-
talk about the how many undrafted guys on the Miami Heat roster that played in the summer league the past 2 years, and they built their roster through the damn summer league.
But I'll say this: I have not been inspired to watch any, and I don't
Well, it's
think
not great basketball.
I don't think
sometimes.
after
Sometimes
this
it's really
conversation-
Are the
fun to
Knicks
watch.
even playing?
Yeah, because I've seen stats from
Have
a
you?
few
Okay,
guys.
yeah. No, you're right. They had those really orange uniforms on. They were legit, almost like Syracuse orange.
Oh, really?
The whole
I didn't
fucking
see
yeah.
those.
It actually looked pretty cool. It was orange with the blue outlining.
Yeah.
And it looked actually pretty cool. I
But
was
see,
surprised.
so Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson are both playing on Team USA, but obviously
Yeah.
they probably wouldn't be playing summer league anyway.
No, those two. They've been.
But there's
they
a
were-
couple guys I've never heard of playing, so I don't know if they're like
Who'd they draft this year?
the Knicks didn't have a pick
That's right. They didn't have a pick
in the
in
whole
No.
draft.
So the
right?
question
Oh,
was,
yeah, pick.
who did Dallas draft at number 10?
Fucking Grady Dick. No,
No,
who they?
that's Toronto.
Who'd they get?
Dallas?
Because I remember I was talking about it because we did the show the night of the draft.
Yeah.
Remember that?
We did.
By the way, Grady Dick looked good in summer league. He had 18 the other
That kid
night
can
18.
play.
against Detroit. They lost, and but he did miss the last.
They
shot of the game.
drafted the kid from Cason Wallace, point guard from Kentucky,
Yeah.
which they had to get a point guard because they let that. Theirs is now in New York kicking ass.
Yeah,
Um,
and on Team USA.
And they're going to get rid of Kyrie?
No, they
signed
signed
him.
How much?
3 years, $126 million.
When did that happen?
Like we were on vacation.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
did they do that?
Well, they had
Why
to.
did they let Jalen
married
Brunson
it.
go?
They didn't have
They
to.
didn't have a
No,
choice.
They married
No,
it as
they
soon as
could've
they
let him
traded
go.
their guys for
Yeah,
it.
but
They
they
could've
what
let
would
him
they,
go. I think as an organization, you have to be able to eat shit and say we fucked up.
Mark Cuban would never do that.
That's
You know
terrible.
that.
But
It is
okay.
terrible. That's his ego talking.
What else? What else would you do in that place?
They drafted a point guard.
No, I know, but I'm saying like the drafted point
They
guard.
drafted a point guard at 10.
I would
you
never-
got Luca in.
And they don't play well together. Look at how bad
But
they
I'm
were.
saying like you have to
Yeah,
get another
they
star.
They don't
good.
mesh.
But even if let's say Kyrie doesn't work out,
I agree you have
He's
to get
still
another
an
star,
asset.
but not Kyrie.
he's still an asset.
No, he's not.
There's
Really,
two
nobody
places,
wanted him.
There's
He's not an
two
asset.
places where Kyrie's an asset.
The Lakers.
No,
Not going to happen.
no, not destination.
No, he doesn't want him.
At the end of his
doesn't want
contract,
him.
as an expiring contract, he would have value.
Well, his
That's
contract
one,
was up. He was a free agent.
or to a contender that needs a point guard.
Okay, so expiring contract.
Nobody.
So you're saying expiring contract is when he's valuable. So you got to stay with him for 2.5 years.
Okay, let's put this
Fuck
a different
that.
way.
He's going to run them into the ground.
Let's put
He
this a
already
different
started.
way.
Right.
They were in the playoff when he got there.
Would you put him on the Bucks?
No.
No.
Giannis wouldn't want that shit.
Giannis, I wouldn't want to fuck Giannis up.
I don't think Giannis would want him.
Well, you're
I don't
saying
think-
a contender can't do anything with Kyrie.
He really didn't have a market.
But I'm saying, of course, he didn't have a market. What I'm
Well,
saying
that
is like
tells you his demand.
if
At 3 years, 120, I don't think
if
a
you had
contender wants him.
defenders and a guy that's going to
Yeah,
get
I
the
can't believe Cuban paid him that much.
a shot blocker, like you wouldn't take the handles, assists, and points a
Tell
game.
me the team, though. Because he doesn't make the Bucks better. He
Nope.
takes away
He
from
takes
them.
away from him.
The only teams he could make
How
better
does
are
he take away from the Bucks?
the same way he took away from the Mavericks.
No.
He took
Because
away
the Bucks
from
play
Mavericks.
defense. The Bucks can play
The
defense.
Mavericks got worse.
The Bucks can play
still think
defense.
he's-
So Kyrie's a liability on defense.
Kyrie's
like
a
she
liability.
said,
Liability in the locker
room.
room. That's
he's
it.
okay.
He's a clubhouse.
but
definitely
he's
a
also on
clubhouse
defense.
cancer.
Like, okay, so great, got it.
He's not worth a squirt of piss. Okay, honestly, I would give him a one year deal, $20 million. Show it to me. That's it. If he doesn't like it, go fuck off. Go play in Europe. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
but
He's
other-
not worth $126 million. No fucking way.
Outside
After
of
his track record of
okay,
destroying
I don't
team.
like Kyrie.
He's
I'm
not
saying
worth that money.
Kyrie's good.
You can't tell me
What
he's
I'm
worth that money.
saying
You're saying
is,
what else could they
he's
have done?
obviously. What else could they have done?
They
And
never
he's
should have
obviously-
signed him.
He's
That's what they
obviously
could have done.
still an asset, right?
I don't think so.
No, come
He's
on.
addition by subtraction.
I think he's hurting them.
Forget it.
He's kind of.
I'm not saying that he's hurting. I was saying
When-
the other teams would
If
still
Dallas
take
is in
him.
the play-in again,
Okay, who?
He'd be an asset to other
who?
teams.
who would you put him on?
There's a lot of teams I'm
Who?
sure that offer for Kyrie.
Would you want him on Philly?
Oh, yes, if it was for Harden.
You would switch?
Yeah.
How is
Dude,
that
at least
better?
Harden plays the game
Wait,
like
At
the
least
team
Harden
wants.
shows up.
wait,
Harden
wait.
left Brooklyn because
Wait.
Kyrie wasn't showing up.
Wait.
Harden changed the way he played to fit into that
With
team.
Embiid.
No, I
Yeah,
take
he
Kyrie.
did.
I
Yes, he
take
did.
Kyrie. I mean, but I take Kyrie. Kyrie has
Why?
because he has a ring. Harden doesn't
Because of
have a ring.
LeBron. LeBron
No,
Harden's
no, no. That's Kyrie's ring. That's
No, it's LeBron.
yes. The
Kyrie
shot.
did
He
play
hit the
a
shot.
big
Kyrie
He
played
hit the
better
shot. That's
for
his-
one game. LeBron.
No, he
game
didn't have
seven
the whole
was-
game. You look at his series; it was good.
LeBron was better in the whole series than
Look
Kyrie
at Kyrie's
was.
series.
Who was the finals?
Okay, look, this is a
I'm not saying he didn't play well, but
Yeah.
who was the finals MVP? Him or LeBron? LeBron.
I mean,
thank you.
That was an argument.
I'm saying. Who's the better player? Him or
That
LeBron?
was- oh, come on, that's a stupid question.
Well, I'm saying, don't tell me it's Kyrie's
LeBron
ring.
was the MVP of that
LeBron's the
series.
MVP of the series.
no, okay. I'm
Kyrie
not
had
saying
one
that, but
great
what I'm saying
quarter.
is like you can't say it's not.
No, no,
Kyrie's.
I'm not saying he didn't earn his
I'm
ring,
not trying
but
to
he was
take
second
away-
fiddle.
I think this is a different argument because I don't think either of us are arguing that he's not skilled, and he's
No.
probably one of the most skilled people in the NBA. But everywhere he goes,
Okay, if Miami doesn't get Lillard, would they take him?
I don't think so.
Pat Riley would never take this guy.
Get out of
no
here.
fucking.
I'd rather have Gabe Vincent.
Pat
running
Riley
my
he
team.
would take
never.
I would
take
rather have
Kyrie
Gabe
Irving.
Vincent
would
running
take
my
him.
team.
You know nothing about Pat Riley. if
Would
think
you
he'd
rather
take
have
him.
Gabe Vincent running your team? Or
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
I'd take Gabe because of this stuff. This fucking clown.
So Kyrie,
I watched this clown destroy my team.
not at the 3 years. Don't
I
get me
watched
wrong,
him do it.
But for them to go to the 3 years and offer him the money, that means they knew somebody else would offer him remotely the money.
maybe you're right on
Otherwise,
that.
they would have.
Kyrie Irving on the Celtics.
Otherwise,
roster,
he would've got
They got
stiffed.
bounced in the first round. He doesn't play
Nobody-
the next year. They go to the conference finals. Explain.
They're
that.
not paying him a big contract when they know they don't have to. They knew they had to because obviously, if they didn't, somebody else would.
But my point is, my point is,
I've
why-
given you lots of names.
I don't think any one of them is that dumb.
Yeah, I'm not agreeing with any of the names.
No,
you're
I'm
giving.
not.
Okay,
But I think
Charlotte
you-
would do it in a heartbeat. Well, not Charlotte.
No,
'cause
they have ball, don't they?
No, they got ball. You're right. Never mind.
they got long
but I mean, like a pro, like Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah, places
No.
where like Kyrie goes
Detroit
and like they
is
would
all
never
young
get
and
guys.
trying to rebuild. They don't want fucking Kyrie Irving.
Talk about destroying a rebuild.
All
Let's
right.
let's drop Kyrie Irving in a room with
it.
a bunch of
Look,
teenagers.
Look,
The Lakers would trade D'Angelo Russell for him right
better
now.
not.
No, they wouldn't. In fact, they said
Yes,
they wanted
would.
to.
They don't know. They would give. They would.
He doesn't. Did you actually hear fucking?
no, but last year they were saying Kyrie
Yeah.
could go there.
No, they were. Rob Pelinka never wanted him. Never fucking wanted him. He was on record this saying
now
we
you're
have
like
no
a Rob
interest.
Pelinka fan.
No, he's the GM.
He's just inside.
And by the way, he's the one who made all the moves at the trade deadline. That
He
made
rubs
Perkins
my
call
shoulders
right.
on Thursday. We have a good
no, look.
connection.
No,
Look,
he
I'll
made all
give
the
you-
moves at the
look,
trade deadline.
no,
the one
what-
you did, you talked down.
the
a couple
thing you're
weeks ago.
saying that I think you're right about is they probably wouldn't have paid him
I
120.
didn't talk that down.
They probably wouldn't have paid 120 if they didn't think somebody else would. So there probably is somebody else out there dumb enough to pay him 120 million.
That's the key word.
I'm sure.
Dumb enough.
I'm sure.
That's what I'm
Dumb
saying.
enough.
That
So
exists. So,
I
he's
think-
an asset
so
in
I
the
think
NBA.
you're right about that. However,
He's just as much of an asset as D'Angelo.
When we're
Russell.
talking about the
That's why
stupid
Golden-
teams,
think
then
about
he's not an
Golden-
asset.
Think about Golden State taking D'Angelo Russell. The whole reason they did it was that they weren't like going to replace
Here's
Steph
the
Curry
problem.
with him.
If
he
here's
was
the-
an asset that was a tradable asset.
Yeah, he's not. He's not the clubhouse cancer that Crimea is.
You hate.
In fact, I don't know who the hell's on that level.
I agree with you.
Well, that's not an asset to me.
Flat earther.
If a guy's going
crazy
to
as
destroy me,
fuck,
if the
like-
guy's going to destroy my locker room, he's not an asset.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I don't care if he can fucking drill with his eyes closed, fucking behind his back. He's not an asset. He's going to destroy my locker room.
But I'm saying the 32 teams in the NBA aren't all run by RJ.
I didn't hear of one other offer for this guy.
That's true.
Not one other fucking team.
You mean nobody
even
called you on your
tried.
cell phone and said, RJ, by the way,
ESPN
we were
reported.
gonna offer him."
ESPN reported nothing. If there was another offer, somebody would have reported it.
wouldn't.
Why wouldn't they have?
Look at Kyrie's.
They report everything else on
Kyrie
the
gets
fucking
no
side.
love. He's not getting any love.
It
There's
would be
no positive.
newsworthy.
It would be
To say,
newsworthy
hey,
if there
No,
was a
Knicks
no,
offered
for
Kyrie
Kyrie,
something.
that's not newsworthy anymore. For Kyrie, it has
someone
to be
else
something
making
bad.
him an offer wouldn't be newsworthy.
Yeah, it has to be something bad to make news for Kyrie.
That's not true.
That's not true at all.
Okay.
Because this is good news. The Maverick. Why'd they paste this out there?
Good news.
126
Kyrie-
years. How's that
No,
good news?
no, okay.
How's that bad news rather?
Nobody is tuning into the Kyrie good news if they put it on ESPN or nobody's gonna be like, oh, I wonder what nice thing Kyrie did.
No one made an offer for him.
He discovered the
No
world was
one.
round.
No one made an offer for him. That would have been progress. Fucking no one offered him. No one came after
But
him.
even if they put that on ESPN,
Rob Blinken was
nobody's
in
paying
front of
it.
microphones going, we have
Wait,
no interest in that guy.
My point is just you kept saying what were they supposed to do? Somebody else would pay him. Let someone else pay
Let
him.
someone else pay him.
Let him pay him.
And then
He
what
is
do you have?
addition by subtraction. They drafted the kid from
look,
Kentucky.
Okay, exactly. So they drafted.
You're
a
gonna
point
give
guard.
up
No,
some-
look. They drafted the kid from Kentucky.
Yep.
If it means that they're a little down for a year or two, that is better than just running yourself into the ground
And destroying Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
Why
process.
would they be done if this kid down a little bit? If you got rid of
Because
Kyrie, they'd be
Ky-
better, right?
If you got, well, no, not right away, not necessarily.
Okay, that's my point. That's why he's an asset.
He's not an asset, dude. He's gonna play you to mediocrity, and then you're gonna shit the bed in the playoffs.
Of course he is. But then you sell the narrative of like they both handled the ball, they both took shots, he just needs his own space, his own
for them
team,
to be in
like-
a position,
and then he's an asset
for them
again.
to be in the position where they want to trade him away, that means he's fucking them up. So if he does that again for 2 more years, I don't think anybody else acts like them and says.
But what
"Oh, we'll
happens
trade
if he
for him."
doesn't? What happens if they make the playoffs? What happens if he's
I
great?
figured out a way how we're going to get this. This is going to be the most watched telecast ever. You know why? Because I'm going to title this
Kyrie
Kyrie's Defender. Real. He's a real person. Kyrie has a defender. And everybody's going to see who the fuck this
Shut up.
clown is.
Shut up.
Someone's defending
I think
Kyrie
we should
Irving.
call it Kyrie Good News. Joel said that. gets a
I
lot of
believe that.
ratings.
That is perfect because
We'll get no ratings.
that's
None.
right.
No one
Because
watches it.
anytime Kyrie does something, they don't report on it if it's good.
No, I say why
When
would
he
they?
hit the- when he hit
I
one
didn't
of
say
the
they
last
don't.
shots.
I didn't say like they're out here like, oh, let's make sure that we don't report on the Kyrie good news. I was like, why would they? They're not gonna make any money from it. It's not like a story. Nobody cares.
Yes, it is a story.
I'm trying to figure out
How?
if someone actually gave him
How?
an offer, why that wouldn't be newsworthy.
It's the
If
same
they
thing.
were
as
saying,
it's
because
the same
people
thing
like
as-
us would go, can you believe these idiots also offered him 130?
No.
People
No,
would
I'm
tune
saying
in and be
like
interested.
Yeah, who are the dumbasses?
To
that
know
did
there's
that?
a market for Kyrie
it's the
Irving
same
is
thing with
interesting.
Zion right now. Nobody wants the good news about Zion. They don't
What
care.
is the
They
good
don't-
news about Zion?
There is no good
They-
news.
So you're telling me if Zion got ripped, dropped 50 pounds, they wouldn't cover
Oh,
that?
they would cover that.
That would be awesome.
Oh yeah, it'd be huge.
If Kyrie
That's a different
turned
kind of
into-
good news.
If Kyrie turned into a good teammate and him and Luka won the championship, oh, they'd be like, we're not covering this thing.
That'd be
What do you think they would
That
do
would
to
be
Zion?
amazing.
What would they be
I will
reporting right
guarantee
now?
you this.
What would they
No
be
one is
reporting?
picking the Dallas Mavericks to win the NBA title.
No.
No.
Okay.
One.
If they did win it,
No one.
it'd be a hell of a
Yeah,
story.
it would because no
What-
one's going to pick them.
What would they
Because
be,
of Kyrie Irving, by the way.
What
That-
would
that
they be
asset.
reporting right now if the Pelicans gave a max deal to Zion right now?
He's already got it. He got it last
And
year.
But I'm saying, what if they gave him right now and extended him out even further?
They'd be reporting it.
But
Yeah.
they'd be killing Zion.
They'd be killing the
They'd
Pelicans.
be talking about McDonald's and Big Mac and whatever else.
They're
they could
already
find.
doing that.
Did you hear
There's
he
a
was
weight
on,
clause in
he
his
was on,
contract.
he was on Gilbert Arenas' podcast. And
That's
they were
because
asking
that's
him-
what sells.
They were asking him about his weight.
What do you say?
What could he say? You know, like he was trying to be cool about it at first, like, I mean, you know, I'm good. And he's like, and they were just kind of looking at him. And he's like, but I mean, it's hard, you know? He's like, young kid with money, like, just feel like I could buy
Hire a
whatever I want.
nutritionist.
Young kid with
There's
money.
the first thing you do.
McDonald's.
It was funny though because
You don't buy a steak at McDonald's.
it was interesting though because
Hire a nutritionist or buy a steak in Mayor McFat's latest fucking. Give
Listen,
me a break.
old dollar menu Zion.
no, but it was
You
funny
know what my
because-
dream was as a kid to own a McDonald's
It
franchise.
was funny
Like,
though
no.
because the guys on the podcast were kind of looking at him like, what's your problem?
Yeah.
You know, when they asked him.
Yeah, that's a
And
fair
he was
question.
kind of like, you know, you're a young kid. They're all kind of looking at him. And I
was a
know they
young
wanted to
kid.
be like I was, and
yeah, I didn't eat like
I
that.
got rich.
I
Played ball.
got in shape. My contract
But dude,
required it.
if I was Zion Williamson, I'd be Zion Williamson. I'd be legit. Like,
Oh, I would have already just bought a houseboat, started watching movies,
Right.
and
I would've
gone
been
into
like, look,
hibernation.
I don't need a second contract. The first one was good. First one, like, I'm telling you, if I made the NBA, I'd fat myself right out of that
First
league.
of all, that's
boat-
why you wouldn't make it.
My yacht,
Right, that's
you
what I'm
never
saying.
get to that point.
That's what I'm saying.
My yacht
but
would
if I
have
ever
a-
did,
my yacht would have a McDonald's.
If I
on
got
it.
struck by lightning tomorrow and came back as this world class athlete,
I'd rip the kitchen out of my yacht and make it a McDonald's. Just walk in and destroy it.
dude, I was amazing in spurts. If I
they
could
were
have a
talking
10-year
about his
spurt.
weight at Duke.
Yep, that's right.
Why didn't his agent? Why didn't somebody in his circle go? Look, we have this money. Why don't we invest in your future? Get a nutritionist in here so you're doing the right things to keep yourself in shape. So you can have another contract.
So think
Where
about
the
this.
fuck is that person in the room?
That's one I think you can't. You got to put it on him because
If I'm his agent,
they've had to have that conversation, dude.
have they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, they've had to.
Have they?
They have their own booth at
guy's
McDonald's
gotta-
where they
no,
chat
look.
about it.
They have it at Burger King.
The guy's got an issue. The guy's got an issue
Yeah.
that he's not getting taken
Yes,
care
his
of.
stomach.
Well,
He-
think about the
he
different thing
knows
about
what
LeBron.
he's supposed to do.
LeBron's a freak. My God.
Ron spends $1 million a year
He's like Tom Brady.
on his health, but that's why he's
Sleeps
just like Tom
that's why he's
Brady.
been around 20 years.
Right.
Sleeps in hyperbaric chambers
But
and
that's not normal.
hangs upside down in a
Zion
cave.
Williamson was labeled. Correct me if I'm
LeBron
wrong.
Sucks your
James
blood.
and Tom Brady do that. Not everybody
Those,
does.
I'm
those
saying though, but
guys are
Zion
both.
Williams was labeled a generational talent, like
Those,
the other guy was.
those guys
So
are
they were wrong.
both Draculas. They're
talent
both
not
Draculas.
wrong. What's inside is what
I
the
could see
problem
Tom
is.
Brady or LeBron as Dracula.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, can you?
Interview with a Tom.
Well,
Hire.
I'm sorry. It would have to be like a
Interview with the
Dracula.
goat.
For
Interview
Tom
with a Tom
Brady,
Hire.
with Tom Brady, it'd have to be only for plants. So whatever you would suck out of a plant, because he's
Plant-based.
Tom
I remember
Brady
he used to
plant-based.
say he used to like chew on strawberries and spit them out as a treat.
that's
Who chews on
disgusting.
a strawberry and spits it out?
That makes
What's
me.
the harm in swallowing it? So everything about it's good for you.
Calories.
Oh, for the love! You gotta have some amount of calories
no,
per day.
No, the sugar. He doesn't eat sugar.
So he chews
So he
strawberries.
chews on a
I
strawberry
heard that like a
and
strawberry
spits it out.
A strawberry was his like a big treat for him.
That's like
And hopefully I didn't just make that part up.
that's like
Spit
what
it out.
wrestlers
I think
do.
you
or
did.
Whatever,
I
right?
knew a guy.
Because that would have been news. By the
No,
way.
no, I think I'm right on it. We can look it up.
I'm gonna have to.
But I knew a guy when
That's
when the
an eating
Atkins diet
disorder.
was when the Atkins diet
That's
was
an eating
It's
disorder.
fucking commitment.
That's an eating
There
disorder.
was a guy I used to know. I mean, I still know him, but back when the Atkins diet was popular, and I would always use the Atkins. Drop like 40 pounds in a month and then gain 60. But this guy, one time,
Worth the work.
he chewed up a hamburger in a bun and then spit it out
What?
because he wanted the taste of the bread.
The bread,
The bread.
not the beef.
Dude, so the bread, you can't eat bread when you're on the Atkins diet. You can eat all the beef you want.
Okay.
You can eat, hamburger, just no
Then
bun.
why you just had to take a loaf of bread into it? Why'd you have to have the hamburger?
Well, I don't know. He was just it was what was on the table for dinner.
You know what I used to do when I was a kid? I used to take like all the rolls.
Why are you
in the
focused on that
house.
part?
I'm just
I
trying to
used
figure
to
out why
take
someone would
all
do
the
that.
rolls in the house and rip all the inside out and like dough it up into a giant ball, and then I would eat it. Did you ever do that?
No.
Well, you haven't.
I
lived.
mean, I've eaten the middle of the bread before.
Yeah, but did you ever ball it up?
I mean, John
Make like a
does that
big.
shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
America,
is it-
here's the other question, since we're talking about this. Damon Lillard, the story broke today that Portland is asking
That's
for
the other question.
4 first-round picks and 2 current players.
And a giant bread ball.
I told you there's no way they could just do a player swap.
4 fucking first-round picks
and 2 players.
and 2 current players.
That's insanity.
Damon Lillard, not LeBron James, not Kevin Durant, not Jokic, not Giannis, none of the guys that you'd think would, okay, well, all right, that's nutty, and I get it. No, Dame,
Not James
I've never,
Harden.
not Dame, I've never won a fucking thing,
I do
including Harden won an MVP award. This guy hasn't even done that.
I do it as a Sixers fan. I would send him James Harden, PJ Tucker, and give me Dame back.
Oh,
and
yeah,
here's
I'm
the
sure.
four first round
picks.
picks. Yeah.
Nobody wants PJ Tucker.
4.
No, but they do if he's with Harden.
Unless they're like on the brink of a championship, because that's what he always does.
So
He gives them grip plays, threes, and D.
you think Philly should actually
Oh,
do
he
this?
gives them the
you know,
D.
you know how, by the way, you know Portland won't take it to the ones that we want Maxey.
Yeah, but they're not getting Maxey.
Well, then
I thought
you're
you
not
were saying
getting
trade
Lillard.
Maxey. Or was somebody else saying?
He said that trade Maxey. For
I didn't understand why you
I
said
wouldn't
that.
trade Maxey. for
So
Lillard.
He's your future.
How old is Maxey?
no, he's our future.
Yeah, but how old is he?
But
Is he third year?
He is our.
He's
our
23
fu-
maybe.
He's our future.
Yeah,
And what I
he's
said
10
was
years
I would
older
have
than
to
this
get something else back for Harden. It wasn't just a trade Maxey deal. Like if I got Maxey for Lillard, and
But
then I
you
could
couldn't.
get. Just wait a minute. If I got, let's say they said we want Maxey,
Yeah.
picks, and Lillard,
Yeah.
and then you could pick up something for Harden on the wing, like on
to replace Maxey?
No, to play the wing because Lillard's replacing Maxey.
He's going to be.
Yeah, I don't like that.
He's going to be 34 before the season starts. So you're telling me you'd be okay with 4 first-round draft picks over the next 4 years? When
Not with that deal.
With this guy and 2 players.
Not with that deal.
And 2 players.
I gave you the
You'd
2
also
players.
give-
I gave you the 2
so
players
you're willing
with
to
the
part
4
with those
picks.
2 guys plus 4 first-round draft picks for this guy?
I would give up.
He wouldn't make you.
I would give up Harden, and yes, it
How's-
would. Harden for Lillard automatically makes
You're
you
not getting
better.
Harden for Lillard.
You are, in essence. You're losing the picks, but that's it.
They're not going to just take Harden.
No, they're going to, because Harden's not enough to make that.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying I
want
said
something else.
Harden, PJ Tucker, like whatever
I
else.
like it's PJ Tucker.
It's got to be a salary match guy, whatever it is. Like
Well, there's that.
I think they'd want.
it just
Maxey.
wouldn't.
They
It
want
wouldn't be.
Maxey.
It
They
wouldn't
want
be.
Maxey.
Everybody wants Maxey. They're not getting
Well,
Maxey.
that
That's
point,
what I'm saying.
that's
So
it. You're not
you
getting.
guys
Then
can't
you're
get
not getting Lillard. That's it. We're
I
going to
don't
be
think
stuck
they
in the
do.
Like,
quagmire you're
okay,
in.
here, all right, I'll give you this point. If they was 4 draft picks, and let's say it's Maxey, right? Let's just say that's what it is.
Would you do that?
Wait a minute, let me finish.
Okay.
If they would give me like Paul George or something for Harden,
He's not on that team.
He's saying in a separate deal. If
In a
they could
separate deal.
secure-
Oh, a 3-team trade. You mean?
so you'd have
Or,
yeah.
if, or if they could just go, as long
So
as they're
what are
getting,
the? If it say it's George, what is that third team going to get? Because that's got to work for
They
them
get
too.
part-
well, no,
picks,
no,
they
no.
get
So
whatever.
aren't you saying
That's 2 separate
that
deals.
yeah, he's,
but it-
I would
no, listen. He's saying
I'd say
Maxey
Portland
and 4 picks go to Portland.
Yeah.
and
They
give
get
me Dame
Lillard.
Lillard.
Now on the side, we also
Hey
say
Clippers,
change.
here's James Harden for Paul George. I would take,
I don't think George makes you better than Harden.
but he does if it's Lillard in his place.
Why?
Why?
Because Lillard is so much better than Harden.
But what's he going to do?
Lillard's
For,
never
what's he
won a
going to
league
do? For
every
You know
year.
you?
Harden has.
how open Lillard will be with
Lillard is
Embiid
a
in the
better-
post.
Lillard is a better
Do you
shooter
know
than
how they
Harden.
can
I'll give him
play?
that, but
Them playing off each other, that's your best two. Lillard and Embiid.
So you want Paul George,
my
who has
God.
a track record of getting hurt,
Yes,
34-year-old Damian Lillard.
that's who I would.
And you're
I
going
mean,
to trade.
You're going to be old as
You're
fuck.
going to be old.
Of
as fuck.
course.
You're going to be slow.
if you don't,
You're going to be slow as
you
shit.
still have Maxey. You still have.
No,
the
you
other
gave
players.
Maxey to Portland. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Scratch the Maxey part.
I'm saying you're not going to. This is ridiculous.
That's the thing I
You
can't
can't give up Maxey. Philly should not give up Maxey. This is for a guy in his 20s, not a 33, going to be 34-year-old guy. I don't care how much of a shooter he still is.
What's
He's
the furthest that Lillard's gotten in the playoffs?
second round?
I would give up Maxey.
Once.
I would give up Harden for Lillard easy with the picks.
You would, but Portland won't.
Yeah, I don't think
With the picks.
Portland doesn't want.
With the picks.
Portland does not want him.
Yeah.
No, nobody does.
They
Nobody
want to
wants
build
Harden.
something up.
Then
They
nobody,
want Maxey.
They want Maxey.
nobody wants Harden. I wish
I'm
somebody
saying, you're
wanted
not gonna
Harden.
have it. Portland would never agree to that deal.
But I wish somebody wanted Harden because I would love somebody else.
Yeah.
Is anybody coming after him?
I don't know.
Well, they signed him, didn't they?
There was all that.
There was something he wanted
Or
to play
did
for the.
he-
He
did he-
said he
Houston,
wanted to
that
go
was
play
just
the
a rumor.
Clippers
That's-
with them.
Houston,
That's not true.
I thought it was
It
the
was
Rockets.
started with Houston, and now it's the Clippers.
The one I saw just
Now
the
it's
other
the
day was that
Clippers,
he
yeah.
wants to go play for the Clippers.
Now it's
And
He's
who's
holding
that
out
now?
to go that way.
Oh, and that's where George is, and
George and what's his nuts?
I know from the Spurs and the
Yeah,
Raptors.
Kawhi
Kawhi
Leonard.
Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Who also gets hurt.
That's an
What's his name?
interesting one there, Kawhi.
I just personally
can't stay healthy.
Why?
I know.
Okay, so
Neither can George for that.
When he's healthy, Kawhi is fucking.
but you
He's
have a
top 10,
lit-
he's nasty.
with
when he's
Lillard,
healthy.
with Lillard and Embiid, you'd have a 1-2. Harris is your 3 then. That's your
Tobias
third
Harris.
option.
Weren't you bad mouthing this guy a month ago?
They would. What was the thing? He would get traded for a cup of coffee and I don't know. And then
He
the,
said most Philly fans would trade me for what?
yeah, I can't even remember. And then Daryl Morey
remember I
was.
sent the- I
Then
sent the-
Daryl Morey sent a pic outside of the. Yeah.
Cup of coffee. At least he's funny about it.
Yeah.
Well, he was again. He's the fourth guy on that roster.
That's not
So
a
he's
bad.
not-
That's not a bad.
Yeah, but he's
fourth
not going
guy.
to average 20 a game if you've got 3 guys already doing it.
That's why I say if you put him back in the
Harris is pretty
three.
good.
He's a good
If
player.
you put him back in the three, is what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
not bad.
Maybe he drops, but he was capable of dropping 20. He's done it before. So
Lillard, George, Harris, Embiid. Lillard,
4
George,
first-round draft
Harris, Embiid.
So 4 first-round draft picks plus Maxey.
I can't do it.
Try to think if I do that, dude.
Lillard, George, Harris.
Embiid. That's 4 of your 5.
Mm-hmm.
How old
That's
is
a lot.
Harden?
Harden's like 34.
35.
Is he older than
35.
Lillard?
I think him and George are about the same age, honestly.
George is old too. Man, yeah, that's old.
That's elderly.
You guys are. I wish I was that age.
I do too. I'm 50. But I'm saying for an NBA player,
Yeah.
especially a guard, because guards start to slow down around.
Well,
34,
George is
George has been injured the
probably
past couple
done.
of years.
Okay, so maybe it's not the greatest, but
I'm just trying to think if I do that deal.
I don't know.
I can see it on offense, but they can't guard anybody. They're slow on the perimeter.
So this thing you sent, Joel said Bulls are the 76ers' best James Harden trade partner.
What would you
Amid
give
Zach-
for
they were
Zach-
saying like Zach
Zach
Levine.
Actually,
I would take that.
that's a
But
pretty.
why
good
would the
fit.
Bulls take Harden?
I don't know.
I would take that.
Would you be throwing in a first-round pick too?
if I get rid of Harden,
Well,
yeah.
Zach Levine, I think would be a
yeah.
good move.
No, Zach Levine, he's a perennial loser.
He's been on teams that are perennial losers. We put him on these guys.
Again,
Maybe he's a winner again.
That's what defines a perennial loser.
Well, if he's not the
on
guy,
teams
he's the
that
one-
are
'cause
losing.
You don't want him to be the guy. You've got the guy. You need a supporting
Yeah.
cast guy.
He said casual Sixers fans would trade me for a crumble cookie.
That's right, crumble cookie.
Cookies are delicious.
I've never had one.
They're
They
pretty
have
good.
I
I like
at,
the one with the raspberry
the dojo.
frosting.
Yeah, that dude. That's
Good
Do they
stuff.
have one on Hull?
right across next to the dojo where Adrian and Anthony go for
The
Taekwondo.
dojo.
Grandmaster Dong.
The one that, Dong's karate. When you pass that, you're just like,
Dong's dojo.
you kind of chuckle a little bit, and then you,
Long Dong Karate.
Yeah.
Dong. Long Duck Dong.
And what's it? And isn't the dojo master his name Dick?
Grandmaster Dickens.
It's Dick, right?
Dickens.
oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Dickens.
That
You
can't
gotta
be
go to
real. That's
Dickens
not
and
real.
Dong. Master
Dickens
Dong's
over at
Karate.
Dong's. We gotta go to Dong's to talk to Dickens.
Dr. Dickens.
Dickens
Isn't
over at
Dickens
Dong's.
over at
Dickens and
Dong's
Dongs.
You know Dickens over at Dong's?
They should call it Dickens and Dongs.
Man, that one hit me right in the, that one hit me right in the Dong Dickens.
See, I try to do this with my wife, and she goes, "You're such an asshole." But you guys enjoyed it. See, this is why I said to my wife, I said, "If you were stoned, you'd find this funny." And but, in any event. All right,
Joel's like, but I'm not.
other than maybe him,
I'm not.
other than maybe him in this dream trade scenario, but you don't think that he's worth 4 first-round
No.
draft picks and 2? I don't think he is.
No,
No, I'm not saying
I knew
he's
they'd
worth
ask
it.
for him.
I'm not
You
saying
thought
he's
they
wor-
were
I'm
asked for
not-
4
No,
first-round
listen,
picks.
No, but
I'm
remember
not
when
saying
we were
he's
talking
worth
and
it.
I would-
I'm
and you
saying
were
that I
like,
would do
I
it.
would swap Lillard for this guy, and I was like, they're going to be asking for multiple picks.
Multiple is one
And
thing.
multiple
4 is
players.
another.
But listen,
4 is outrageous.
Even 2 players and 2 first rounders.
2 first-rounders is crazy. 4 is nuts.
They don't value picks.
you don't think that's like
First-round.
Matt Stafford going to the Rams?
I'm just-
Or
No. That was the Rams needed him to win the Super
The
Bowl.
Rams had everything else.
Dame Lillard is not making that.
And
team
actually, the Rams had a good
fucking
quarterback, too. He's got a better one. Goff goes good
I don't
enough to
think
get him.
Lillard makes them much better than they were this year.
who? The Sixers? You don't think
Sixers.
so? What about the Heat?
If you still have Maxey, if you could somehow do that, yes. But
So,
if Maxey's not there,
right? No.
No.
Now,
So
if-
what you're saying is like,
Playing
so
Philly's
basically,
stuck.
what I'm saying
I'm
is
saying.
like you don't want Harden taking Maxey's minutes. You don't want to play them together.
I think
So
Lillard and
trade
Maxey
Harden
together would do very
So give
well.
me Harden for something.
If Philly could somehow keep Maxey in this whatever deal it is, I think that's worth doing.
Yeah.
But Portland's going to ask for Maxey. He's their most valuable asset in a trade. If you were them, wouldn't you want Maxey?
Sure, but that
Of course
doesn't
you
mean,
would.
doesn't
So
mean you
I'm
have to
saying-
give it to him.
yeah.
I'm just
Because
saying
it was
that-
Miami offering.
I'm just saying. And Portland's in no rush to trade Lillard.
So okay, this
Here's the
is
thing, Portland's in no
this
rush
is
to trade them.
this is really the question. Would you rather have Tyler Hero or James Harden?
What?
That's really the question.
Portland didn't want Harden.
Yeah.
Hero,
Why is
remember
that? Really
Yeah.
Portland didn't want
Because
Hero. Miami tried to
because
offer Hero
Miami's
a
saying
trade.
here's Hero.
And Portland laughed at
Yeah, I
him.
wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
That's-
Portland-
That's just like the Harden.
Yeah, Portland laughed at him. Portland
Yeah.
was like, "Was that?"
So, but that's what I'm saying. That's the offer.
I love it.
So you
I
have to
love
think
that
about
Portland
like
did that.
people are saying, "Hey, I want Damian
'Cause
Lillard."
I've
and
always
Portland's saying,
thought-
"Great, like what will you give us?"
I've
Right
always
now,
thought
it's
Tyler
Harden
Hero.
and
Tyler Hero,
Nobody's
first of
coming
all,
with
hasn't
anything
been
else.
healthy in 2 years. He's injury prone. He doesn't play defense. He's a one-trick pony. Tyler Hero is an absolute zero. Okay, he's 20 a game. He'll give up 30 if he's on the field.
Nice line.
Yeah, Tyler Hero, absolute zero.
Tyler Hero is an absolute
zero.
I don't think he's an absolute.
He's a one-trick pony.
But there.
And Portland basically said that.
Pretty valuable trick.
Portland didn't want him. Portland laughed at him. Well, like that guy?
Now,
Him?
I
No.
think Lillard does make the Heat potential to win it.
If
They don't have to give up like.
But you know what Portland wants? They want Bam Adebayo.
So you think?
Ooh,
So
They
you
want
think?
Bam Adebayo.
So you think Lillard,
Portland wants a young
Butler,
star
and
to
Adebayo
build
could
around.
win a championship?
I mean, they got there without Lillard.
Who? Miami did.
Miami.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
So maybe they wouldn't be able to surprise the league like they did this year. But I don't know if they were really as good as they looked throughout the playoffs.
I don't think
Miami didn't look good. They were lucky.
They were lucky, and
They were-
they were lucky, and Milwaukee lost Giannis for 3 games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3
that's
games
true.
is a lot.
That's
3
true.
games.
Well,
But
every
if you put-
series they played
so-
physical, and somebody went down.
If you put
They didn't have a full.
Mil-
They never
the
played
Knicks and the Celtics. The Celtics have more talent than the Knicks, but they're both stupid basketball.
Celtics were injured.
The Celtics
Nick should have beat the
Celtics
Heat.
should have won that.
Nick
series
should have beat the
5.
Heat. If they
If the Celtics showed up, they'd have beat
Who was
them.
injured for the Knicks? The Knicks had somebody injured. Randall.
I mean,
Miami
Randall-
beat the shit out of every team it played.
Yeah.
Till you
I
had
mean,
an
Brunson
injury
had
to
ankle
a star
injuries, too.
player.
Yeah, but I mean, all right. So
Anyway,
I still think Lillard. All right, so maybe it's not makes them championship, but I think he is a better add to Miami than he is to the Sixers.
Well, because of Maxey.
Yes.
That's
you'd
the
have to
hard
lose
part.
Maxey,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
but
That's
again,
why-
Miami,
why-
they're asking for Bam Adebayo.
So basically,
That's a loss.
so if
but
you're
I think I'd do that.
so okay. Question. So if you're
They get
Portland,
smaller and older. Jimmy Butler's 33.
so if you're Portland,
You're getting smaller and older.
if you're Portland, who do you take, Maxey or Bam?
Max.
Yeah, I think Max has
Max
got
is
better
better than
upside.
Bam.
That's
Bam's
Max-
older, right?
That's what's going on.
Bam's
right
not
now.
old.
He's older than Maxey.
He's like 26.
That's
I
the
mean, that's
process
like
that
24
Portland's in,
years.
That's
right?
not 33.
No, I know.
He's
They've been back and forth, pinging it, bidding it up, trying to bid it up, because they want max what they can get out of Lillard.
Yeah, they're going to ask for
Yeah.
They're going to ask for young, talented, all-star caliber
Would you
players.
give up Gabe Vincent?
He's on the Lakers.
What?
He went to
Gabe
the Lakers.
Vincent's on the
Jesus.
Yeah, he
Lakers.
left him to the
They
Lakers.
signed him from. That was part of.
How much
Lincoln's
did they sign him for?
I think it was a
12
4-year
12
deal.
mil?
Damn,
Year?
Miami's in trouble then.
Yeah.
Was it 12 mil a year? Or
Miami's
was
in
They
it
could have used Gabe Vincent to trade it.
They
and
lost
that.
Strauss. They lost Vincent.
Cleveland, Vincent? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
and
that's
they
why
don't
Hero was
really have a
really-
lot to give away.
Hero's really their best option other than they want
Yeah.
Bam Adebayo.
Yeah.
Duncan Robinson and Hero
If
and
you subtract out okay, so
bunch.
now that I think about that roster,
Martin.
Now that I think about that roster,
Actually, Martin's not bad. I
Just
like
makes you
Martin.
how realize
Martin's
how stupid
pretty
the Celtics
intriguing
were.
young
I know,
player.
and the Knicks. No,
The
but I'm
Celtics
talking
were
about
just so stupid.
coming into this year. No Vincent, no Strauss, and you're gonna take Bam off and
You'd have
put Lillard on.
That's
That's
34.
not really a great team.
You're not better. You're worse.
Yeah,
You're older and smaller.
Has Portland got anything else they can send to replace?
I
It's
have
not
no
as
clue.
good.
I don't know who's on Portland.
Portland
That's-
has some
that's
young
good.
Anthony Simons. He's good. They have the there's a young number 7 pick last year. Sharp. I don't know if that's the right
No
name.
clue.
I don't want to say the name would be wrong.
No clue.
They have some young picks, and that's what they're really doing.
Yeah, so what is Miami talking about? They
Scoot
can't do that
Henderson.
deal.
I mean, if
Scoot's there
I'm-
now.
Portland's got the Anthony Simmons is the guy you're thinking.
Yeah, he's good.
He's 21 a game. The other guy, Jeremiah Grant, 20 points a game. There's two
Yeah.
guys that are young and talented. But
But they're trying to rebuild. They're
yeah,
not
they
gonna
want to
give
build
up.
around
Yeah,
those
they're not
two.
Gonna give up
They're
young.
going to keep those
Scoot.
two.
Plus Scoot.
Yes, they're keeping all
Henderson,
the
they
young.
drafted him this year.
Oh, the rookie, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why Lillard is that.
Yeah.
They're basically saying doing with Lillard what I'm saying Sixers I wish would do with Harden.
Right, so they're not going to give.
I mean,
any
they
of
got
that
a
away.
shooting guard. They got a point guard that nobody talks about, Skylar Mays. He averages 15 points and 8.3 assists. That's pretty good, and he's young, and no one even talks about
Who's
him.
their other big that could come back to Miami if they swapped with Bam?
They have Cam Reddish. 11 points a game.
And
I think he's 11
Cam
points
Reddish has bounced a couple times.
a game. Nurkic.
He got
the
bounced
center.
by the Hawks,
Joseph
bounced by the
Nurkic,
Knicks.
13 points a game
Reddish was
and
talented.
9 rebounds.
Reddish is talented.
He is right.
But
He
he's-
is.
he's-
He's just they never find. He can't.
He can't find a
his-
spot.
He can't find a spot. Somewhere.
He really
Where
can't.
they're gonna let him do his thing. Blue Beetle. That almost looks pretty good.
Oh no, I'm reading sports.
I'm watching that. Sorry. Anyway, but yeah. So look, I mean, Miami. You can't. You have to keep Adebayo on that roster if you're Miami. Otherwise, that trade doesn't make sense. And Portland, but the problem is Miami has no one else to give them.
Y'all are right. Y'all are right. That
Are there any destinations?
Miami's just not in position to make that.
They're
trade.
not in
Doesn't
position to make that deal.
They wouldn't be better than
Portland
the
would.
Sixers.
They'd
not
have
gonna-
to give up draft picks to
You'd
do
have
it.
to give up Bam Adebayo and draft.
No,
picks.
you'd have to give up draft picks without Bam Adebayo. What I'm
Right.
saying is, you'd have to
Yeah.
compensate
The
to
only
keep
way
what you want with draft picks.
Now I understand why they offered Hero. Because if you just offer Hero,
Well, he
and
plays the
some
same
draft-
position.
right? It's like
and it's
all
a
right,
salary swap.
right? Then
Not completely, but
then you don't get worse.
No. No, you
get better.
You know, you
You
get a
He's
little better.
He's way better than Hero.
So what you do is you pay to get better with the draft picks.
That's not all Portland wants.
But because they lost Vincent, they're already worse.
Yeah, but what Portland
That's-
wants and what
that's a
Portland
big
gets
if
are
I
two
were
different
Miami,
things.
I would have re-signed
Why didn't they
Vincent and
pay
used
him?
him in the trade
Why did?
as part of the trade.
Yeah.
Because they have the
Or
playoff
kept
thing.
him.
Because they feel
Or
they
kept
can do
him.
the same thing right now, right out of the summer league again.
Guess you're right. Maybe Gabe Vincent.
How many summer league guys do Miami have? Miami had like a whole roster of them.
I don't know who was in there.
So that's why so that was a good point that we were talking about that. Why were there so many good young college players that didn't get drafted? And it's because of the G League, and now they're also
It's
drafted professionals.
international.
Yeah, but it's both.
Half the draft is
It's-
coming from Europe.
It's
Is
both.
it really?
Yeah, almost half the players are now European.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost half.
So
it's still majority USA.
and
but
they're
not by a
signing them.
lot.
They're signing pros. They're not signing.
Dude, I said
College
this
kids
before.
are signing pros.
I said this last week when we were up in the Cape. 3 of the best 5 players in the world are from Europe. Giannis, Jokic, and the third, Luka. 3 of the 5 best players in the world are from fucking Europe right now.
So
It's a fact.
in essence, what the NBA has done.
And Embiid is not from here either.
So in
Where's
essence,
Embiid from? Originally, he's not from the U.S.
he's from Africa.
Yeah, and then
Uh,
Jason
where
Tatum
was
is
it?
the other one. He's the only American in that group.
But basically, what the NBA has done it used to be a 4-year college player that was valuable.
Yeah, they're
Now
not.
it's a 3-4 year European pro and a 2-3 year G League guy. And
They're not.
basically, what they're doing is they've taken all the college basketball players and put them in the G League,
You
or
look at
putting
the
them into the
guys-
G League. And to be quite honest, the G League's not a lot of I don't, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have the same pull as like a college game.
Was it Jay
So
Billis?
your college game kind of sucks now.
Jay Billis had the
That was the
guys-
product of
the
the one and done
college-
and all that.
the first team All-Americans that didn't get drafted. There were 4 of them.
I will say
That's never happened before.
I will say the one positive for
4 of the
the-
5 didn't get drafted.
the one positive for the G League that I will say is these young guys actually get paid. They
They do.
actually get what they need.
Yeah,
they
they do.
develop. Like
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
crapping on the G League. I'm just saying
No.
in terms of like watching.
No,
and
it's a
like,
developmental league is what it is.
yeah.
It's a stepping stone. You can get
Just
to that
think if they
league
were
and-
still in the in college game, right, and they were
Um,
actually getting coached.
But I'm just saying what Billis was talking
There's
about
no
is
actual
these 4
coaching
guys
in
are going to
college
get picked
anymore.
up and they're going to be on rosters this year.
Yeah.
They are. The kid from UConn, the big man,
Yeah.
Timmy from Gonzaga, the kid from
Are
Kentucky?
they, are they getting
Kentucky.
picked up?
Jay Billis predicted all 4 of these guys will be on rosters on opening
Josh,
night.
who's
the other one?
Okeechobee. I can't. I always get his name wrong.
But why wouldn't you have?
But he's a good
Why wouldn't
rebounder
you have
and a
them
good
in the
defender.
summer league right now? What do you?
They're
waiting
not
on?
on teams yet. Teams got to
They can
sign
sign
them.
them.
Right, that's what I mean. Why wouldn't they have signed them?
I don't know, but he thinks they're going to be on the roster by training camp. These guys will have homes.
Either that or they'll be in the G League. Or
And by the way, the summer league started like a week after the draft. There hasn't been a lot of time to do anything.
well, they
Literally,
know
the draft was
they
a
know,
week-
but they know this is the dead space for sports, right?
Yeah.
They're eating this up because they've got to be
But
in this time slot.
There's
Because
there's players.
once football starts, nobody
Yeah.
you
No,
can't
but
run the
that's-
summer league
That's
against.
still 2 weeks away.
So this says only 12 players internationally were drafted. You think that's inaccurate?
I
no, that's
do.
a third of the picks.
I think they're more
That
than
sounds about
12
right.
draft. Do they have a list of them?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Anyways,
No,
Anyways.
it's an article.
I mean, there are 60 draft picks. So
Yeah.
if it's 12, there's points is 1 out of 5. It's 20%.
yeah,
If it's 12,
So not half.
I think it's more than 12.
that's like 30. 12 is 30, right? Because it's 12 out of 32, right? So
Yeah.
it's like 35, 36,
But there's
37%,
60 total
something like
picks
that.
and there's 2
Which is
rounds.
closer to 50. I'm sure some years it could be that
How many teams
right?
are there in the league?
32.
So it's actually a quarter, right?
A third. It's a third plus. I don't know. It's a third plus 1 or 2.
There are 30 teams in the league.
It is?
30.
It's almost 11. So 11 would be exactly 11 would be 33%. So you have to divide 12 by 32. It tells
No,
you how
there's
much it
30
is.
teams in the NBA.
Divide 12 by
You said
32.
there was 32.
There's 30. I'm looking at it right here. There's
Oh,
15
So that's different.
and 15. That is 30.
Yeah, so then it's different.
Yeah, so 12 divided by 30. That's 1/3.
No, it's more than 1/3. 12 by 30 is more than 1/3. That's almost 40%.
No, you had to divide 12 by 60.
Yeah, there's 2 rounds.
It's not 12 by 30.
Yeah, there's 60 picks in the NBA draft. There's 2 rounds, 2 full rounds.
Right. That's
So
what I'm
60
saying.
picks. So that would be, it'd be
What the hell are y'all
20%.
talking about?
1 out of 5.
You said the first round. You didn't say
No, I said the whole
No, the
draft.
whole-
half
draft.
of the whole, first and second round. You
That's
think
what
is
he.
European?
That's what he
I
was
said
saying.
Well, did
whole
you give?
draft.
Was that the first round or was that the?
No,
full
that's-
round?
I said it was 12 out of the whole
Yeah, it was
draft.
just 60, so it's 1/5. It was 20%. If
That
that's
doesn't
accurate.
sound right.
That does sound right. I
Doesn't
thought
sound right.
half sounded too much.
I didn't say it. I said it was almost half. I was
Yeah,
saying
I figured-
I was saying
I
between 30 and
thought-
40%, somewhere in there.
I was
No,
thinking
you
the
were saying
35 was
half
spot
the
on.
No, I said almost, not half.
Okay, almost is not 20%.
No, I just said I was thinking between 30 and 40%, almost half.
I'm about to just ask Siri because I'm too.
Because 25% would be half of 50%. I'm saying between 30 and 40% is what I thought was drafted.
Right. Well, when you said it, I thought it was too high. That's why I looked it
No,
up.
I didn't say half. I said almost half. What I'm saying. So
Almost half
call it
is-
40.
Almost half is almost half.
It's not half.
Right. I still thought that
Are we
was too
saying
high.
internationally or are we saying
International
Europe?
players.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many
12 were
players
drafted this
in-
year.
12 were drafted, which I'm surprised at that. Thought it was higher.
Doesn't
Now,
sound
now we
right.
all go to devising.
It just doesn't sound right.
You think it's too low?
I think it's too low.
Yeah.
So what do you think? More like 18?
I think of the 60, I think maybe
18.
20, 21 maybe at the most.
This is what you what in it,
Why don't we believe what I found?
because
It's
I
your
think
phone.
you just got like this divides it out by like Europeans or international.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Is
Yeah.
one of the, it should be
I
one
mean,
of
you
the
got
same.
Spanish
Look.
players. You got
Spanish.
Look at the title of this article. 12
International-
international players
from
from
8
8
countries,
countries
that tells me, yeah.
selected in the
Yeah.
NBA draft in 2023. Why is that not believable?
all right. I'm just gonna look at the names.
No, I believe you.
I'll give them to you.
No, I don't want them.
I believe you. I believe
James Inaji,
Hey, I said I don't want
that.
them.
He's American.
Like why
Victor
are you,
Wembanyama,
why are you forcing
France.
this on me? I don't even want to hear this.
France.
Bilal Koulibaly. Probably butchered that.
He was the one that played with. Wembanyama.
Mohamed
For the Mets.
Gueye.
They played for the
Senegal.
Mets, right?
Ryan Rupert.
They played for Mets, right?
What?
METZ. They played for Mets.
No.
Yeah, I think that was
Sidi
Wembanyama's.
Sissoko. A lot of French.
That's kind of weird. I guess their team will be good.
Toumani Kamara from Belgium.
Maybe they'll finish second in the Olympics. They're not finishing first.
You think the U.S. is?
Yeah, in the Olympics basketball.
We don't have our best players playing, right?
Yes. I mean, you just name guys. Jalen Brunson.
I mean, Josh Hart is on
Is
Team
on-
USA.
Good. We're still.
He's like a
we're still
role
winning.
player.
Well, that's what he does for the Knicks. So perfect.
Right, but like the old the old Olympic teams were no role players.
Mm.
They were like the top players in the league. But you know, it's a difference.
Well, I mean, no. They hold on. I had to. Where'd it go?
All right, we're all just staring.
Hey,
at
man,
the
we're
device.
gonna end segment 1 because we're
Good
not even
call.
talking anymore.
We're floundering.
We're floundering.
Struggling.
We just literally
Hold on a
shut.
second. Do you want to talk about
Who?
social media etiquette at the end of this?
Oh,
so that we
segment
don't have
two.
to
Look.
waste time.
Metropolitans. He played for the Metropolitans.
Where? Let's see.
Right here. Right before the Spurs.
Okay, let's see.
2022-23, the Metropolitans.
Ah, that's tight.
Yeah.
What is that? A G League team?
No, that's like a French team.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's funny though.
that is.
Yeah, so him and Koulibaly played for the Mets. So there you go, Tommy. You can be a
I
Mets
didn't
fan.
realize Ezekiel Elliott wasn't signed.
Why would he be? I mean, how much money does that guy? Well,
Ezekiel,
I think
he's not gonna get a
running
lot
backs
of
are
money.
underpaid, so I'm not gonna.
Ezekiel
but-
Elliott, Cook, and Fournette still not signed. Same with fucking Saquon.
You want Fournette or Zeke,
No.
but the other guys you want Cook and Saquon.
Dalvin Cook and Saquon. no doubt.
Why are the Giants fucking with Saquon? Pay that guy
I
some
think
money.
I think he's being stubborn.
But come on, but
And
even
all
if
the
you-
reports are saying they're trying
He
to
has
give
to
him
be.
$14 million a year.
Switching to
He has
NFL
to be
draft
stubborn.
or NFL free
Oh,
agency.
shit.
Um,
He doesn't have to be stubborn.
Yes, he
He
does.
made his point.
this
It's
is
not
the
gonna
power
change.
of Betty. Anyway, we're going to talk about this in segment 2 because it's too good, and I want to get heated on this one because I have something to say about this. Anyway, segment 2 coming right up. Find Betty. Find Yoda.
There
find
might be
anybody.
some behind the scenes, dark hours.
what?
Black
Segment
screen,
2 coming up.
Black
Oh,
screen
no,
on.
we're not- no.
Why not?